You probably have a mutual fund SIP running right now, or at least you have that one friend who won't stop telling you to start one. But do you know the name of the guy who actually convinced India that the stock market wasn't just a casino? Hello everyone, welcome to episode 7 of 30 Unknown Icons of Indian Finance. Meet R.S. Bhatt, the absolute godfather of the Indian mutual fund industry. It's 1964. India is a newly independent, capital-starved nation. If you had extra money, you bought gold, land, or locked it in a bank deposit. The stock market, that was considered a shady gambling den strictly for wealthy brokers. The middle class stayed miles away. The government desperately wanted to channel middle class savings into nation building. So, they created the Unit Trust of India or UTI and they handed the steering wheel to R.S. Bhatt, making him its first chairman. His job? Sell the stock market to a country that was terrified of risk. Bhatt realized that regular people didn't care about corporate balance sheets, but they cared about trust. Under his leadership, UTI launched the legendary US 64 scheme. He didn't use fancy Wall Street jargon. Instead, Bhatt built a massive grassroots army of agents. Postmen, bank clerks, and LIC agents went door to door explaining a radical new idea that putting just a few rupees into your UTI meant you owned a tiny piece of India's biggest companies. He basically invented retail investing in India. Under Bhatt, UTI became a household name. He proved that equity investing wasn't just a rich man's sport, it was the middle class ticket to wealth creation. So why don't we talk about him? Decades later, long after Bhatt retired, UTI faced massive mismanagement in the early 2000s. The brand lost its shine and Bhatt's pioneering legacy was buried under modern finance apps. Today, the Indian mutual fund industry manages over 50 lakh crore rupees. But it all started with one man knocking on the doors of a skeptical nation. Next time your SIP gets auto-debited, tip your hat to R.S. Bhatt. Because before mutual funds Sahi Hai, R.S. Bhatt was the guy who made them safe. That is it for this episode. See you guys in episode 8.